Most of us spend every day sitting at the desk and only 20% use ergonomic setups. The result is neck pain, back pain, headaches, and constant fatigue. So here are some ways to improve your desk setup, and some of them also budget friendly. Hello guys, my name is Anastasia and I'm obsessed with all things interior design. On this channel we will dive into some home decor ideas, DIYs, organizational hacks, and plenty of interior design tips. Let's get started. So first of all, let's just abstract. Let's just think about the whole space where you're sitting at. Depends on the work you have. The walls in the room should be neutral. If you're artist, if you're working with color correction and it's really important for you, it's better to have a neutral wall colors like whites, grays, beige, nothing that really affects the temperature or the color grading of your monitor or your laptop screen. Position your desk in front of the natural light source, like a window, for example. The way you utilizing the natural resources, really nice for making phone calls in the daytime. Also, it doesn't make your screen reflect light too much, so you can concentrate on what you see. If it's too bright, it's also not a problem. We have blinds, we have curtains, we have so many solutions how to prevent your sun from your window blinding you. For the evening, add a task lighting like LED lamps or pendant lights that will reduce your eye strain. Sitting position. This is very important. We're not talking about purchasing super expensive ergonomic chairs just yet, but now we talk about the rules. So your feet should be flat on the floor with 90 degrees angle for your knees. Desk height should be from 72 to 75 centimeters, depends on your height. Elbows should be at 90%. Monitor should be an arm away and it should be at the top eye level. So your eyes should be facing the top of the screen, and you should use the chair that supports your spine and your lower back as well, and it should be slightly reclined like a 100 degrees or 110 degrees. When you're standing at your desk, there are also some rules. Desk height should be from 100 to 110 centimeters. Elbows also should be 90 degrees angled, and also shoulders should be relaxed. For monitor, the rules are the same as for the sitting position. Of course, if you're talking about ergonomical sitting, it's the best choice to have adjustable height table, the best choice to have a nice ergonomic chair. So let's first talk about these options that I know can be pricey, but it's your health that we're talking about, right? When you have a chair, what is important is to have as most adjustables as can possibly be. So the height of the chair obviously should be adjustable as well as the backrest. There should be also a lumbar support, and it should also be adjustable in a perfect situation. Also, you would need to have adjustable armrests, and also perfect is to have a headrest as well, because sometimes if you sit a lot in front of your desk, you need to relax a little bit your neck area, and this helps a lot. Some people like it, some people don't. I personally think it's a great solution. Also, if you don't have budget to purchase an ergonomic chair, you should see in your particular situation what you need to adjust. For example, there are some furniture risers that you can use for your table to bring it up a little bit, especially if you're a tall person like me. Also, you can purchase a sitting cushion with memory foam. They are not expensive at all, and you can put it on your existing chair. Also, you can just reuse your pillows that are on your couch and create the desired support for your spine and back. Also, for the standing desk, the budget option is just to buy a standing desk converter for your table, so you can be able to stand and work. And also, if you cannot afford, for example, a laptop stand, but you need to do something to change something ASAP, you can just use books that you don't like that much. You can put them underneath your table, you can put them underneath your laptop, so it's very useful actually. Yeah, so design wise it's not really nice, I know, but for the temporary solution I think it works the best. Now is the main task that we have is to support our spines, okay, and our posture. So let's talk about some accessories. As I mentioned earlier, you can use laptop stand, but when you use laptop stand, your keyboard is not reachable, it's too far away from you. So you would need an external keyboard. There are also some ergonomic keyboards that you can check. Mouse, which I recommend in any ways. I think touchpads on your MacBook is not the best solution, but it's really individual. So go with the mouse. Mousepad also can have this little pillow, little cushion for your arm, so it's not hurting you to use it all the day. But if any mouse fits you, there is alternatives like stylus with graphic tablet or a trackball. So if you don't reach the floor in this ideal setup, there is also footrest that you can purchase because your feet need to stand on the ground. Okay, so now we talked all about the practical things and what will make us feel better on the long-term basis. So now we can move to the design things and to the pretty things. So of course I know these ergonomic chairs or these tables, they can look a little bit chunky and bulky and they come in really crazy colors, but no one says that you cannot find what is good for your environment. So if you have a small office corner or office room, or whenever you're working at home, it would be nice to have a multi-purpose furniture, as we love, as I talked before in my video for the small spaces. Also, for any size of the home office, declutter is really working miracles. It gives you better concentration and less dust and less visual noise. I think it's perfect to make once a week, once a month, like big declutter, but after you finish working on this particular day, just remove all the things that you don't need. Just take all the trash, all the used cups with some leftover drinks, I know we all have it, and just clean the setup so next day when you go to your computer, to your table, it's all clean and neat and you actually have a wish to work. So cable management is also important. There are many accessories that you can use to attach to your desk, or there are some boxes for cable management. There are many options, they all budget friendly, so pick the one that you like most, but no one likes this spaghetti situation going on. Cable spaghetti, we call it. They call it in Germany, I don't know. Now we cleaned our space, now we have all the ergonomic setup. What can we use to make it feel warmer and cozier? Plants. You can use plants. You can use hanging plants. You can use just a small plant on your desk. You can put it on the shelf beside your desk. Maybe some flowers in the vase. Something, you know, some decoration, something alive to look at when you relax your eyes from staring in the screen. So of course it's nice to have a personal touch near your desk, some sentimental things, some postcards or pictures, your photos of your family, of your loved ones, of your pets. Whenever you have a nice sentiment to you, you can put it close to your desk. So personalization really works great. Just add some framed artworks, photographs, postcards, everything that speaks to you. Also, practical and aesthetic part is to use a rug. Practical because if you use an ergonomic chair, is usually with wheels, so it will be sliding all over your floor, and if you have a wooden floor or laminate, it may be scratched. So better is to put the rug, not really thick rug, but something but still cozy, and it also will help to separate the office area from the other parts of your room if you live in the studio, or if your office in living room or bedroom. Also, for all the setup, match the colors with your other environment. Also the materials, some certain type of finishes that you use in your other rooms, or you're in the same room but with other setups, use it. Use the same color palette. Their chairs, for example, they come in so many colors, also pastel colors, beige colors, all shades of different colors, and you can find the most aesthetic version for you. And also the things that don't really fit well in your room but you really need it, you can still hide it in the end of the day, right? So it's not really cluttering your visual space and not distracting you and looks quite neat and visually appealing. I hope you enjoyed these advices, and maybe you will find one or two that you will pick up to your home office setup. Bye bye!